Do you want to be financially free? Is that important to you? And if the answer is, yeah, then what exactly does that mean to you specifically? Like my definition is having more than enough passive income from your investments to pay all your expenses so you don't have to depend on a job, your business, the government, a partner, an adult child, or anyone else for money. You are totally at choice about what you do with your time and your life energy. I actually talk more about this in the first video of my How to Make Passive Income e-course, which you can get for fun and for free right here on YouTube. So I'll post the link in the description if you want to check that out. And in this course, I share a solid step-by-step system for how to make, save, manage, and invest your money wisely so you can make plenty of passive income. And then in future videos, I'm going to be sharing lots of hot strategies for how to create new passive income streams, including strategies with little or no money down. So, while we've been going step by step so far, in the videos after this one, it's much more choose your own adventure. You definitely don't have to implement all of the creative passive income strategies that I'm going to share. Just pick one or two, or maybe even three that resonate with you, and then focus on really rocking those. But before we get into all of that, in this video, I have to share something super important that can make or break your success with everything you're learning here and in any other financial videos you watch or courses you take. And that's your financial freedom mindset. Because when it comes to creating financial success, constantly increasing your financial education or financial literacy is super important. This is the outer game of money, learning specifically how to make, save, manage, invest, and protect your money. But just as important is constantly expanding what I call your prosperity consciousness. This is the inner game of money, the emotional, psychological, and spiritual side. You need both sides if you want to create long-term financial success and freedom. The problem is that when I ask you, do you want to be financially free? You might immediately think, yes, of course. But that's your conscious mind doing the talking. And it's your subconscious mind that controls like 95% of your brain's activity. So most of how we respond to the world, most of the decisions we make, and most of the actions we take come from the subconscious mind. Your thoughts are like an iceberg. We're aware of the 5% that we can see above the water, but there's a lot going on underneath the surface that we're not aware of. So if you're driving a car and your conscious brain tells you to turn left, but your subconscious brain tells you to turn right, which way do you think you're going? You're going right, right? Even though your conscious mind might be on board with creating financial freedom, your subconscious mind is primarily concerned with survival and keeping you alive, which often means keeping things exactly the same, because that's what's safe. If you're like most of the financial coaching clients I've worked with, you've been conditioned to work hard for money. You might have heard things like, work hard, play hard. Hard work never killed anybody. You've got to learn the value of hard work. Hard work always pays off. I saw a quote from Michelle Obama that said, how hard you work matters more than how much you make. And I'm like, what? Really? That makes no sense to me. But that's what's normal. That's what you're used to. That's what you've survived so far, so you know that's what's safe. And I'm not saying hard work is bad, okay? But if your unconscious feeling of security, your identity, maybe even your sense of self-worth and meaning is tied to how hard you work, then what happens when you're financially free and you don't have to work for money anymore? To your subconscious mind that's been programmed to work hard, work hard, work hard, that experience can feel really threatening and scary. Who am I if I'm not working my butt off? What's going to give my life meaning now? I mean, I suppose you could just keep working hard anyway. Like, I think Dave Ramsey is now worth tens of millions of dollars, and he still works hard. I went to Nashville for his financial coach master training, and I got to make a cameo on the Dave Ramsey show, which he's still hosting 5 days a week most of the time. And then that night, I got to hang out with him at a big party he was hosting as part of the book launch for his daughter's new book. So he's still running his business with hundreds of employees, leading training programs, traveling for speaking gigs. This YouTube channel is a lot of work for me, but it's something I've been dreaming about for years, and I'm super passionate about it. But my point is, if you really want to create financial freedom, it's important to shift your mindset from you always having to work so hard for money to having your money work hard for you. One of my favorite financial freedom declarations is, my income increases every day, whether I'm working, sleeping, or playing. How do you nurture that mindset? How do you have that experience feel safe to your subconscious mind? I want to give you 3 powerful tools for nurturing your financial freedom mindset. The first is EFT, which stands for Emotional Freedom Technique. Similar to acupuncture, EFT focuses on certain meridian points based on the flow of energy through your body, according to Chinese medicine. Instead of using needles, you're gently tapping on these meridian points with your fingers. So some people have stopped using the term EFT altogether and just call it tapping. This is a gentle and easy way to shift your emotional state so you can come into alignment with what you want to manifest and to release limiting beliefs and programs like, I have to work hard, work hard, work hard. So you might consider going through a round of the EFT process with a statement like, I have to work hard for money, to let that go. Now, if you're not familiar with how to do EFT, there are different ways to do it, and I'll link in the description to a short demo of how I like to do it. And then the second tool is hypnotherapy. I'm not talking about stage hypnosis where someone might jump up and start clucking like a chicken, okay? I'm talking about listening to a hypnotherapy audio or working with a licensed hypnotherapist to guide you through a relaxation process where you're still totally in control and know what's going on. Once you're relaxed enough, your conscious mind quiets down and your subconscious mind is more receptive to entertaining new, more empowering beliefs like, it's okay to have your money work for you. And then I want to share one more fun and gentle tool to nurture your financial freedom mindset and to prove to yourself that it's safe to be financially free so that your subconscious mind is on board and doesn't try to sabotage you. Now, this is something we go deeper into at my Financial Freedom 101 event, so I'll put the link in the description if you want to check that out. At my event, we put together your various money systems, including setting up some specific bank accounts for specific purposes. I call these your prosperity accounts. And this is one of the ways to get your money working harder for you because it's like giving your money a job. So one of the prosperity accounts we talk about is your permanent wealth account. This is an idea I got from one of my first mentors, Frederick Lehrman. And how your permanent wealth account works is you set up a special bank account, completely separate from all your other accounts, with the sole intention of putting money in there and never, ever, 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 ever touching the principal. It's permanent wealth. Are you with me so far? Great. Now, here's where this gets interesting. And I'm going to suggest something that you've probably never heard any other financial person recommend. You have to spend at least some of the interest. I know, what? Don't you want to reinvest everything and take advantage of compound interest? Well, compound interest is awesome. I'm all about it. But that's not what this particular account is for. You have your investment account for that. Your permanent wealth account is there to give you the real world experience of being financially free. It trains your system bit by bit that it's safe to be financially free. So you'll spend the interest at regular intervals, like once a month or once a quarter, to give yourself a taste of financial freedom. And eventually you'll feel like you got what you needed from the experience and you can transfer the money that's in your permanent wealth account over to your investment account where it can hopefully grow and compound faster and you won't need a separate permanent wealth account anymore. My first experience spending the interest from my permanent wealth account was going to Old Navy and buying a big purple eraser, which I still have right here. And it was so exciting. I was like, my money bought me this eraser. This is my financial freedom eraser. And then once I survived having my money buy me an eraser, as my account grew, I was able to do more things, like have my money take me out to dinner. And eventually I got to the point where I felt like I didn't need a separate permanent wealth account anymore. And I merged it with my investment account. The most important job of this account is to be there, like financial freedom training wheels. So you'll probably want to have it in a high yield savings account, a money market fund, or even invested in a stable coin like GUSD on a cryptocurrency exchange like BlockFi that pays you up to 9.5% interest. If you don't know what that last part means, don't worry about it. Just check out my video on how to make passive income with crypto, link in the description, all right? I'd consider having this account if you want to nurture your financial freedom mindset like we talked about. If you feel like you already have this dialed in, you don't need this account. If you've watched all the videos in my How to Make Passive Income e-course so far, you've been setting yourself up for success step by step. As I mentioned, the videos in the rest of this course are going to be much more choose your own adventure style. So stay tuned for more creative ideas on how to make passive income, including strategies with little or no money down. And if there's a particular strategy or topic that you want me to cover, please let me know in the comments. Since you made it this far, if you found this helpful, please tap the like button on this video if you haven't already done that, because it really does help me reach more people with this message. And if you want to find out what it'll take for you personally to become financially free, click the link in the description to download your free copy of my ebook, The Financial Freedom Formula. Thanks for watching and happy investing.